Hey everybody, today's color of the day is Fire Opal. Fire Opal. It's a beautiful opal-y color, and it is a lip sense color. I actually have never personally worn this by itself, so this is going to be very interesting to try out today. A lot of people I know wear it over other colors because it's perfect for if you have on, say, you have a red, but you want to completely turn it into a different color, then you could put 2 layers of red and then this on over it, and it would kind of, I don't know if you want to say dull it down, but it will tone it down to a different color. You could do a layer of this, a layer of, yeah, I've never really tried it that much actually. So, I mean, it would pretty much lighten out anything you put with it. So it's going to be very interesting to try this out with you today. In case anybody's wanting to know, this really pretty color that I came up with today, I have never done pre-mixing before. And what it is, I went on Amazon and I got these little, these little cups. I'll show them to you. I've done layering before, but I've never actually done pre-mixing. And what you do is you take one of them and you put it on your finger, and it looks like that, and it's supposed to just look like that. You can put it on any finger you want to, whichever one you're the most comfortable with. And I took 3 different colors to get this color, and then I've got silver glitter silver. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't get tongue-tied at least 3 or 4 times. Silver glitter gloss on over it, but it looked pretty even without that. I just, you know me and glitter. But I actually did, let's see, I believe it was these 3 colors. I did Rosé All Day. I did that one first, and that's one of our brand new limited edition colors. It's a beautiful rose gold color. I just can't do it yet because it's an R, and I'm only on the F's, so. And then this one, Summer Fun, which was a limited edition color. And Pop Art Pink, which was also a limited edition color. So I mixed the 3 of these. Basically, what you're doing when you're pre-mixing, and I know this doesn't have to do with Fire Opal, but in case anybody sees this color and they're like, ooh, I love that color, what is that? I just thought I'd explain. You can probably get kind of the same thing if you layer 1 layer of this, and then I try to do my darker layers first. So I would probably do this one first, the Rosé All Day, and then Pop Art Pink, and then the Summer Fun. But anyways, when you're doing pre-mixing, basically, instead of layering, you're going to take your wand and wipe off all the excess into the little cup, all off your wand, and then you're going to take your next, and usually you want to work from darkest to lightest as well, because when you're done, you're going to put one of those little disposable doe foot applicators into the little mixture here. I'll have to do one for you just so I can show you what it is. Actually, maybe I'll even do this color again, reproduce it so that you can see it. But anyways, you would take one of the Rosé All Day, and then I'd take the doe foot applicator out of this, and I'd wipe all of the excess off into the cup, and then I'd take the last color, and I usually try to do darkest to lightest, and I'll take that one and just wipe all of the color onto there. Now, when I did this, I had to do it twice, and it gave me 3 coats, plus a little extra to use one of those little tiny things that I just got that I'm all excited about to do the lining. But you can probably use your doe foot applicator to line too. So I did one, excuse me. Oh, I've been having a froggy in my throat today, all day for some reason. I don't know if it's the pollen or whatever. Of course, it's my Leave a Little Sparkle Wherever You Go cup, because my favorite color is sparkle. Okay, put that over there. So in order to do the whole entire thing, if you're worried about it drying too quickly, which this was my first time doing it, so it actually stayed pretty well. I was surprised because I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't have a fan on or any of that stuff on me, so that helped. If you have a ceiling fan on or anything like that, you might just want to do 1, 1, 1, and then go ahead and mix it all together and apply I think I don't remember if I got 1 layer of each the first time, or it was like 1.5. because I tend to dip and then do, you know, the inside and dip a little bit again and do out. I don't know. It's something to play with. I'll have to do it just so I can show you guys like what it's like, because again, it was my first time doing it. I ordered these little cups off of Amazon. Amazon is so awesome. That's like my favorite shopping, I don't want to say shopping place. It's my favorite shopping website because you can just find so many cool things on there. The only thing is, you know, unless you're gonna, if you only have one color right now and you don't plan on getting more, I mean, it's kind of, there's nothing to mix. But if you have several colors or if you have one color and you're like, oh, well, I'm really interested in mixing colors and stuff like that, you could even mix two colors. Because I know some people have said that whenever they go to try to do layers, sometimes it's really hard to do like the darker layer and then try to make sure you get all the way up on top of, you know, everywhere that you're supposed to get to where it all looks even. And so this kind of takes the, I don't want to say the guesswork, but it takes the hard work out of that. I'm turning on one of my other lights. I'm probably going to like drop something off of my, hold on a minute, because that's going to look funny. There we go. I forgot I even had that one sitting over there because it went out on me last time. The wonderful life of filming. Anyway, so I just wanted to let you know what this color is. This is actual LipSense, and it's got glossy gloss on over it. So we are about to embark on a journey. I still have this little cup on. Hold on a minute. I didn't even notice till just now. I'm gonna put it back. Okay. We are going to embark on a journey with this Fire Opal, and we're both going to be very amazed at what it looks like. Actually, I have no clue because I tend to shy away from the lighter colors unless I got a super, I mean, this is a little bit of a smoky eye. Not really. I mean, I would have like it smoked out down here or like black or something if it was super smoky. But I tend to not wear super nudie colors unless I got a seriously smoky eye thing going on. So this is going to be interesting. So we'll get to experiment together. Okay, so I'm going to pause and then I'm going to go do that thing I got to do, remove this LipSense, and then I will be back to apply Fire Opal for both of us. So hold on just a minute. Okay, I am back. Lips are all clean and exfoliated. Pretty smooth. This is going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I have a fan on. I'm not sure if it's going to dry this out pretty quick or not, but we'll just get right to it. So do the usual, shake, I'd say 10 or 15 times, 10 or 15 seconds, whatever you want to do. I like to shake it because the better you shake it up and mix it all together, the better it's going to apply. It's kind of like, I always compare it to having nail polish or something, because it's got one of those little, I don't know if it's a little BB or whatever the little bead is in there. It mixes it all up really well, and that way it's not, you know, settling a little bit down here, and it's got the alcohol up there. So you just want it to mix really well. All right, get the show on the road. Okay, so we're going, I'm just taking and wiping off any excess, same as we always do. Okay. This is going to be really sheer. Trying to get in on the waterline, but it's so hard to see because it's just opal. Okay, I really don't know if this is meant to be worn on its own, or, I mean, but it's just going to be like a opally, super sheer. If you like to wear your smoky eye, which I do too, as you can tell, it's kind of like I got a medium smoky going today, because smoky eyes will usually make blue eyes pop. I don't know about all the different eye colors, but it just depends on what I'm doing for the day. And then if you want to know if it's dry, you want to make sure that your coat's dry in between. And you can usually tell, because sometimes it's harder to judge, and sometimes you're able to get a nice kind of light application, a nice thin layer, And then sometimes it's a little bit harder and you get a little bit of a thicker layer. And so you just want to tap your lips. It really usually doesn't take that long for it to dry. But just in case, and I'm wiping off any excess, trying to. And then we're going in for the second layer. 1 minute. This just looks so weird to me. Because I would never, I'm just wiping this off again, wiping off the excess. And again, I think my fan is drying it out a little bit, but it's alright. It's okay. We're gonna do this. I got you. Okay. I can already tell you I'm not gonna be lining this because it looks like my skin. There's nothing there to line. Okay, this is probably one of the more, other than the super dark like blackberry and the blue colors, to me this is kind of one of the weirder colors to wear on its own. Like, I don't know, blackberry and the blue colors can be worn on its own, but I definitely would probably never wear this on its own. But I think it's like a beautiful color to complement other colors, if that makes any sense. All right, so that should be dry. So I'm just taking and doing the third layer. That's the bottom. That is 3 coats. I'm gonna let it dry. I mean, some people are into the super, super pale nude colors. And if so, this is your jam, because I don't think it gets any paler than this. Truthfully, I have seen some people that wear like almost like a white lipstick to where it's so nude that you can almost not tell the difference between somebody's skin and their lips. I just personally probably would not do that. I'm gonna show it with the glossy gloss first, but I'm also gonna show it with a couple of other different glosses because this is so sheer, it needs some color. So here goes the glossy gloss, just glossy, glossy. And this is getting low. I use a ton of glossy. Because no matter what I wear with the color that day, I almost always start off using glossy just to make sure I get a nice overall moisturized coat to seal it in and protect it. So I'm not sure what this would look like on somebody who has a tan or something like that, or darker skin color, but on me, it just looks like my face crept all over and like blended into my lips. Like I purposely, I think the lightest I would go would be Bombshell or something, just to make it look like I have lips, because that's as close to not looking like you have lips as I think I've ever seen me. So, just saying. That light's a little bit too close. Okay, I am going to try, I hope I got them in here. Got some different colors going on. Some of the ones that I don't really ever get to try, just because. Some of them are new. Some of them aren't. But I just don't always, I mean, there's so many glosses. Like I have a whole bag here full of glosses, and this isn't all the glosses. I have a bunch like laying all over my thing over here. There's like, yeah, there's so many glosses. Can't even begin to tell you. All right, just because this one is like so different. This is a gloss. It's called, let me set these down. It's called Blue Orchid. and it is a blue gloss. Let's see what this does, because I haven't hardly worn this one that much. Huh. I'm trying not to oversaturate it, but it kind of gives it a groovy little blue tint to it. Now, if this was a pink or something, it might even make it look a little bit like pinky purple. But that is it. I feel like I have frozen, like Elsa lips or something. But that's with the blue Orchid. I know you're probably thinking, I think a lot of people use the blues, like that blue color with the blue lip glosses, but it's not a rule. I would, you know, do the whole thing, but you would never even, you can't see it on my lips, so you're not going to see it on my hand either. Okay. I'm not knocking this, you know, I think it's not doing it justice because I'm not able to show you, because later I'm going to do some videos where I'm going to do some combo colors, and I bet that this would be beautiful in one of those pre-mixes like I just showed you, but on its own it just kind of is lacking for me. But again, it's like so light. Let's see. Here is Bougainvillea gloss. This is one of our ones that we have all the time. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's Bougainvillea. And then it's a nice, it's like a kind of a, I want to say a pinky red, because we also have one called Orchid that's like a pinky purple. But I figured Bougainvillea doesn't get shown very often, so I'm going to do that one. I'm starting to like this now that it's got a little bit of color. See what it can do? Because now I feel like it doesn't like blend into my face. I feel like you can see the lips. That's better. So if you had some of the different glosses, you could probably rock this pretty good. I really do like it with the Bougainvillea. That's this. I mean, the glosses do not, they're kind of sheer, so they're not going to come out, because they're made to be worn over the LipSense, not to be, you can wear them on their own, but they're going to be pretty sheer and have just a slight tint to them. Like if I did that on my hand, it's still going to be pretty sheer. Like I just clumped it on right there, but they're all very sheer. It's interesting though, but it was enough, like you can see that there's like a rose color, and it was enough to bring out this color. So I was just hoping I didn't get enough. Sometimes if you get too much gloss, it winds up kind of looking, you know, stringy or something, but no, that's fine. So that's kind of cool to know that some of the other glosses can bring out the better look of this. Sometimes I just blot to make sure I don't have any excess. But okay, so let me know what you think. If this is something that you would wear, or if it's something that is like, definitely would have to have one of those extra glosses to go over it besides just the glossy to give it a little something something. Okay. And this is one of the newer glosses called Sweet Pea, and it's this beautiful darker pink. It's really pretty. I actually haven't even had a chance to try out a lot of these very much. Wait a minute. I don't even know if I got any on there. So that one looks pretty on it too. Again, you're not gonna get this darkened up too much. That one looks pretty good too. It does a little something for it. I still think the Bougainvillea did more for it, but on the whole, I think if you used one of the tinted glosses, it's going to do way more for it than just being with the glossy. Pearl would probably make it look even more milky white, and Opal would probably just like be blindingly white and iridescent and opaly. So let's see. And I apologize because some of these are limited edition, and I know I got my hands on several of them, but not all of them. You can always ask. This is Golden Iris. It's a very gold, like super gold color, which is probably going to maybe look a little bit weird with this, but I haven't used it much, so I thought, hey, why not? I mean, it doesn't really look weird with it. It just is like gold over like white, so it just didn't do a whole lot. It's just a little bit more, it's just shimmer instead of, it looks like glossy gloss almost with this lip. Okay, so I'm kind of wondering, there is another gloss in here. I have a bunch of my newer colors in here so that I keep them separate so that I know to try to use them. I know you're probably looking at me like, what is she doing? Oh, there it is. Sometimes the glosses, and especially the newer glosses, and the LipSense colors look a lot alike, so I was having a hard time finding them. Trying to find a clear space so that I don't have like glitter or whatever all over. This is another one that's limited edition, and it's the one that I said is pink sand, and it's a beautiful pinky brown sand color, and it is limited edition, unfortunately. I try to get my hands on anywhere, if I love it myself, I try to get anywhere from 5 to 10 of them because they sell pretty well. And this one I got, and I have 3 of them left. The other day I had a video, and I know I said I have 5, but now I don't. A lot of times this is better over a darker color. Because it's going to make it kind of metallic looking and kind of cool like that. Overall, I definitely think Fire Opal is interesting. I think it definitely, I mean, this is pretty, and especially if you're like, okay, I'm going to be doing like a really dark smoky eye soon. This reminds me of one of the first MAC colors that I got that was a gloss. I might actually still have it. It was called Purr. I don't know. It was a, I'm trying to think. They just had, at that point in time, they've come out with so many different glasses, like Dazzle Glass, Luster Glass, so many different things with their lip glosses. But I originally, whenever I was planning a trip to New York, I had gotten a bunch of browns and one to do like a smoky eye, and I got this color that was called Purr. Pardon me. I just feel like I've got like a ton of excess right now, and I'm not really looking at it, but I don't want to be like all goopy while you're trying to watch me talk. But yeah, there was this matte color called Purr, and it was like the big thing because smoky eye was super huge that year. Like everybody was doing smoky eye all day, every day. And this was like the color that they were like, everybody was buying it because the super pale against the dark smoky was like super in. So that's what it reminds me of. I didn't use it as much. There were other ones that were there that I really loved that I used more. So yeah, one of my other lights just went out. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna go, I was thinking about taking this color off and going to try putting a darker color on and then doing one coat of this over it so that you could see it. And now you probably can't see it like really a lot. It just looks like darker but still light because the light went out. I mean, it is a pretty color, especially if you're prone to wearing like super smoky eye. So how long is this video already? 24 minutes. All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm gonna go take this off I'm going to come back. We're going to put on a darker color and like one coat of the Fire Opal over it, just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Maybe this is going to make that video really long though. Okay, today's video is just going to be Fire Opal, and this is pretty much going to be it. Because I want to do additional videos once I get done with these. This is part of the LipSense at Lunchtime series, and I'm trying to do all of the videos alphabetically from A to Z, from, you know, all of the different LipSense products from A to Z. I don't think we have a Z, but anyways, we do have through V, plus and W's. I think I mean X's. I don't know, but we'll find out because I have a long list of ones to do. We're still on the F's. This is Fire Opal. This might be the only F. No, there's First Love and stuff like that. But yeah. So I'm just going to stop this video now because I really, really, really want to do something with this because I feel like poor Fire Opal is very lackluster all by itself. And she's a pretty color. I just think you need to wear her with other colors or over something else. Unless you're somebody that like wicked loves the smoky eye and diehard wears it every day, then you would get a lot of use out of Fire Opal in and of itself. But she's pretty. I think she just needs to hang out with her friends. So, hope you like this video, and I will hopefully be doing another video tomorrow. I did better this week because I actually did more than one. So yeah. So I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.